thank you so much for the last discussion we had. I learned so much. And it was so nice to know you as Pius, not
Yes.
Nabo.
Yes.
But today I want to know more about Nabo.
Yes.
You know that I have my little nest egg I told you about.
Yes.
And the reason why I called you was because I have kids, 3 kids. How old are they? Can't believe I don't know how old my kids are, but 13, 12, and a small one who's going to class 1.
Yes.
And I wanted to know how I can now be able to take this nest egg and invest in their education. Still have some left over for me and my husband to travel, as I told you, in our retirement, and also not to burden our kids later. So what can you tell us about Nabo first, and then also what you can be able to do with the investment that I have?
Thank you, Casey. I enjoy the last conversation.
Me
and,
too.
I was looking forward to this one too. So for me, 2 things. One is how do we sort out the issue of education,
Yeah.
which will answer that. Let's start with Nabo.
Yes.
How does Nabo and Pius come together? And I mean, I told you my passion, my calling is around making people wealthy.
Yep.
And when I mean people, I mean including institutions, because behind institutions are individuals.
Yes.
Behind every pension scheme are people, beneficiaries. Behind every company are employees.
Yeah.
So how can we improve the standards of living of every household
Yeah.
that is connected to Nabo?
Yeah.
And so Nabo gave me that platform to pour out this passion, this desire it's a mission field for me,
Okay.
where we are able to bring these 2 together. And in Nabo, there's something we talk about: investing with purpose.
With purpose, yes. I've seen that in your videos.
Yes. It's so interesting when people are buying land. When you hear your friend is buying land, you also go and buy land.
True.
When you hear someone is buying apartment, you also go and buy apartment. But when you really ask these people, why are you really buying this thing? They don't really have an answer. They're basically doing what everybody else is doing because they believe that's where they're going to make money.
Yeah.
So for us at Nabo, investing is not just an end in itself.
Okay.
What really brings us satisfaction is to see, institutions and individuals achieve very tangible goals.
Yes.
For example, if for you it's taking your kids to school.
Yes. Very
so
important.
we've begun the journey.
Yep.
You have a 13-year-old, you have an 11-year-old, you have one who is in standard 1.
Yeah.
I look forward to celebrating each one of them with you. We'll be uncorking champagne and say, look here, that small portfolio we put with Nabo
Yes.
has taken care of my child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not struggled. Maybe a lot of stuff may have happened. Your business may have gone up and down. So many things. So life really happens.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
So regardless of what will happen, those kids must go to school.
Yes.
That is the
Core.
That is the core.
Exactly.
And that's the promise that Nabo has to make to you. And that's a partnership that we have between us and our clients.
Okay.
So investing with purpose, we start with what is the most important thing. And for us, it doesn't matter how beautiful a building you build. Foundation is really the key.
Yes, it is.
And the foundation of every family is the lifestyle. So investment, you've got to look at investment like building a house.
Yeah.
When you're building a house, you start with the foundation. So what is the foundation of investment? You've got to start with the most important thing at household level.
Yeah.
So what is that most important thing? The one thing that you cannot live without. And that's lifestyle.
Yeah, it's lifestyle.
So your kids,
Yeah.
they go to a certain school, they eat certain kind of food, they live in a certain neighborhood, you guys have certain kind of entertainment. That is a lifestyle. You hang out with certain kind of people, you go to a particular club. If there's any disruption on that lifestyle, it's a bad for the family.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be quite a spectacular fall.
Yeah.
You know, from a family that never had any challenges of food to a place where you can't really afford food. So that's what we really ask ourselves. What is the most important thing to a human being? They must have food, they must have shelter, they must have clothing. If we remove those three things, the dignity of a human being is taken away.
Yeah.
And that's why when you are driving very early in the morning into the CBD, into town, you see some people sleeping on the streets, and you ask yourself, how come you can't sleep there? It's because once you withdraw food, shelter, and clothing, a human being goes below the minimum that they should ever be, and they never care about their security. They don't care about whether they wake up dead or not. So we've got to protect your family from that point. So your first investment should not be to land. Your first investment should be into a portfolio that is going to take care of your lifestyle. So maybe as a family, you spend 50,000 shillings a month, or 20,000 shillings a month, or 100,000 shillings a month. Our first goal is to replace your income.
True. That's so true.
Once you replace your income, then you go to the next thing, which is around security.